Hi everyone, this is Robert. Welcome to In Deep Geek. We're going to break down the trailer for the final episode of Season 4 of Sherlock and look at the hints we've had so far about what might be coming. There will be a lot of speculation here and a lot of potential spoilers, so be warned. But let's start with the episode title itself before moving on to what we can learn from the trailer. The Final Problem is one of the most important and iconic Sherlock Holmes short stories. It is when we are first introduced to Moriarty, and when Holmes kills him, and when Holmes fakes his own death before disappearing for several years. Now, at first glance, the Sherlock TV series has already covered this story back in Season 2. So, what's going on here? Well, I want to suggest that we need to look at that moment afresh. That what we thought was the end of Sherlock's greatest adversary actually wasn't. The big reveal at the end of the last episode was, of course, that the person playing with both John's marriage and Sherlock's caseload was Eurus, the secret third Holmes sibling. This has been hinted at a few times both this season and last. Mycroft talks to Lady Smallwood about the other one, and Watson quizzes Mycroft about a third sibling near the end of the last episode. Mycroft also talked to Sherlock about the east wind that is coming in last year's Christmas special, and Sherlock recounts back in Season 3 about a tale Mycroft used to tell him about the east wind. The thread linking all of this, of course, is Mycroft. Mycroft therefore knows about Eurus. But Sherlock? Well, what is very noticeable is that Sherlock doesn't recognise Eurus. Not when he stumbles into her house when she is playing Watson's therapist, nor at any point when he spends what looks to be an entire night wandering around London with her. Even in his drug-addled state, I think we have to conclude that he doesn't recognise her. Not as an adult, at least. The trailer voiceover has Mycroft telling Sherlock that every choice he has ever made, every path he's ever taken, and the man he is today is his memory of Eurus. Mycroft is describing a memory that is so central to Sherlock that it has shaped who he is at the deepest level. A memory that he has buried or lost. A memory that he now has to face up to. And he struggles. Hence John telling him that he knows it is difficult, but that he has to keep it together. So, what's going on? Well, the showrunners seem to be setting up a plot, or rather a backstory, that goes something like this. When they were children, Eurus, who perhaps is even Sherlock's twin sister, remember how strongly he always insists that it is never twins? Is this repressing yet another memory? Eurus did something terrible in their childhood that led to her being confined or locked up. It probably involved Sherlock's dog in some way, hence the repeated flashbacks when he is in times of great stress. Maybe it led to his sociopathic tendencies. Maybe it led to her apparently psychopathic ones. Whatever, Sherlock has blanked out the traumatic memory, and it has festered in his unconscious, shaping him as a person. Eurus, meanwhile, blames Sherlock for her incarceration, and spends years, decades even, hatching a plot to get back at him. This involves Moriarty. At the very least, she has taken his image and the phrase, "miss me," to draw in Sherlock. But it's a fair bet that she was actually running the whole operation all the time, using Moriarty as a front. The "miss me" message was from her, not Moriarty. And now she has come out of hiding or broken free. The first thing will be to save John from being shot by Eurus. On closer examination, you can see that the image at the end of the lying detective was just a repeat of the shot which killed Mary. So perhaps Eurus hasn't pulled the trigger yet, after all. But then Mycroft will need to explain to Sherlock what is going on. This will evidently be a trying time for him as he grapples with long-buried memories. And while he is in this fragile state of mind, they will need to hunt Eurus down. She will also be rolling out her plan for vengeance, or whatever her true motive is. They clearly head into the country, and I wonder whether this is a trip back to where the Holmes siblings grew up. it will almost certainly be a trap, and this rather grand building, perhaps their childhood home, will be burned down. But what about Sherrinford, the mysterious man that Mycroft called? I have a feeling that was Moffat and Gatiss playing with us. Within fan fiction, Sherrinford is the name most often given to a fictional third Holmes brother. The writers knew this and intentionally put it in to keep us thinking that the other one was a brother, not a sister. I think we will find that Sherrinford is in fact the name of the establishment that Eurus was held in, or something similar. Unless it's a double bluff. As Sherlock notes, there's something comforting about the number 3. People always give up after 3. So, to return to where we started. The final problem in the original stories was when Moriarty was unmasked and where Sherlock ends his life. If Eurus was indeed the mastermind behind all of Moriarty's plots, then this is the episode where we need to look afresh at all that has happened over the past 2 seasons, and where Sherlock finally gets to lay Moriarty to rest. What do you think? Who do you think Sherrinford is? Is there another twist that none of us can see coming? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it or subscribe so I know to make more like this one. And if you want to be more involved in deciding on future content, or if you just want to support me in this channel so I can devote more of my time to making videos, please visit my Patreon page. Details are in the show notes. Thanks everyone. That's all for this time. I'll see you again real soon.